Hey guys, back again with another knife video. I just finished making a couple of balisong knives, my first time making those. Uh, did not make these, made these two. Just get that out of the way. So I don't have fancy tools. I don't have a CNC machine or a mill or any lathe, any of that kind of fancy stuff. I got a really janky 2x42 grinder and I got a small tabletop drill press, and that's what I made these with, and it took me a while. These are probably the most difficult, time-consuming knives that I've made so far. Just going to show them off real quick. I was going to mention, I think I made a video yesterday showing this knife before I anodized it. So this is titanium. This has titanium liners. This is solid titanium. My first time working with titanium, by the way. And you can anodize it and change the color of titanium at home, I found out, so I thought I'd give that a shot. I made a video yesterday of this pre-anodizing where it looked more like the Benchmade 42. This is after. I just finished anodizing this like an hour ago. I'm going to say this did not quite turn out the color that I was intending it to. I was shooting for, this is the first time I tested anodizing. I used 3 9-volt batteries and came up with this kind of nice blue. My goal was to use 10 batteries and make it deeper, darker, purpley blue, and that didn't quite work out. So this is what I ended up with. Obviously it's not as dark or as vibrant as I was shooting for, but I don't hate it. It's more subtle, and it's not bad. Although I put these blue spacers in there thinking that it was going to be a blue theme to go with this, but that didn't work out. Whatever, it's all right. So let's see. Oh yeah, I mentioned in the previous video too, so this is a Benchmade 32. I love this knife, carry it all the time. I have carried it for years. I think it's a great size for a little pocket knife for a little EDC balisong. But this isn't my favorite blade style. So I wanted to make a knife that was this size based off of that, but I like this look, this style of the Benchmade 42, and so I was going to combine those two, and this is what I ended up with. So, similar style to the 42, sort of, but the same size as the 32. So my intention is for this to be, like an EDC and everyday carry balisong, because I like carrying balisongs. I can legally where I live, and I carry them every day. So this is what I ended up with. So this was my first balisong that I made. The very first one. It was a learning experience. Like I said, I don't have a CNC or anything, so getting everything to fit up perfectly and actually work with basic tools, kind of a pain in the butt, kind of a nightmare. Just even getting these holes spaced out, measured out, because these are progressively larger holes, and you got to get them measured and spaced just right. Everything's got to be, it's tricky. And recessing, counterboring the holes perfectly when I don't have counterbore bits. I'm just using I just got some drill bits basically, and just doing it by hand. But it worked, and I think it turned out all right. So this I used titanium. It's G10 liners, or G10 on the outside, obviously, and titanium liners there that I anodized blue. As far as a latch, it's not a nice fancy spring latch, but it works. So I'd used what I had laying around, which was some Ghost Jade G10, and again, I don't have fancy tools, so I just carved this thing by hand with files and sandpaper and whatever. It did the best I could. So it's not perfect. Same thing with this other one, but it works. Both of these have pocket clips because I know some people don't like them, but you can take them off, and I plan on carrying these as an actual pocket knife. So for an EDC pocket knife, I like to have a clip. But these knives both, they lock up nice and firm. I'm getting them broken still, but there's very little wiggle, very little tap. I'm happy with that for the most part. Flips smooth. I'm still getting them broken. razor sharp. This will whittle hairs. Experimenting with some different jimping and stuff. This didn't turn out how I wanted. I got a little like a jimping file or checkering file. I don't know, it didn't work too great, but it's not terrible. What else with this? I kind of learned as I went, like I said, with this, and then tried to perfect a couple things with this. I struggled, but overall, for basic tools, I think this turned out all right. I'm kind of happy with it, even though it's not perfect. I'm going to carry it and I'm going to use it. Both of these. I wish I had more room to with the camera to show flipping, but anyway, these aren't like master flippers, but they flip okay. So this one, like I said, I just finished this. This is a little bit heavier. This is solid titanium. And for anyone that's never worked with titanium making a knife, it sucks. Oh my God. It took so much sanding. I went through so many abrasives just sanding this stuff. It is, I don't know why, because titanium's relatively soft. It's strong, but it's soft. But it is hard to sand. It is very difficult to sand. Oh my gosh. It was kind of a nightmare. Some of the features of this, like I said, I got a little style of jimping there. Those just hand files. Let's see. Oh, I also experimented making my own clips, pocket clips, made those out of titanium, hoping that they hold up. We'll see. On this one, the latch, I bought a solid chunk of aluminum. Same thing, where I got no fancy tools, so I just carved this by hand. I was thinking, oh, I'll knock this thing out in a few hours. This took me like 12 hours to make this stupid little latch. And it's not perfect, but it works. It turned out fairly symmetrical, I think. One thing that I'm proud of, I came up with this little, I made it kind of cam shaped in here to where that little, the shape there, it connects with that liner, and it makes it stop, so you don't get the blade edge will not connect with that. So kind of proud of that. That turned out nicely, I think. What else we got here? Yeah, it was tough. So I also don't have a surface grinder or anything, so I can't make things perfectly flat. I struggled with trying to get just the right size washers and stuff. God, I hope my camera's focusing. It isn't, is it? Sorry if this isn't focusing the whole thing and I'm just rambling while you watch a blurry knife. So I tried different methods of like trying to get the spacing just right, and kind of a nightmare. What I ended up having to compromise with was odd-shaped washers. So I got like one washer that's thicker than the other one. It works out. It just looks a little funny, but it works. But yeah, I'll just kind of show this thing here. Like I said, I like to document my knife making journey. I love trying different designs and styles. I'd like to make like a lock back or a liner lock of some sort. I haven't tried that yet. I don't even know how to do like a detent ball or any of that kind of stuff. That's something that I'll have to try and figure out eventually. But I'm kind of proud of these for now because I worked hard on these and they turned out okay. And you can see also this got like an asymmetrical, it's got Zen pins, you call it, and I didn't intentionally start out thinking that this was going to be asymmetrical. It just kind of worked out that way because you got to like adjust it, that stops it. And so to get the blade lined up how I wanted, I ended up having to file more off on one side than the other to get that blade position where I wanted. And anyway, that's all right. It kind of reminds me of the Bradley Mayhem, actually. This is even more asymmetrical, obviously. The whole knife is, but I don't know. It's not too bad. I might make a video on EDC balisongs too, because I carry them every day. I carry this all the time. I love this Bradley Mayhem knife. Love it. And I plan on carrying these. I'm sure I'm forgetting to mention something, but anyway, thanks for checking out my little knife. I'd love to make a how-to one of these days, but Literally, it took me years to finish these stupid things because I'm so slow at it. I don't even know where I'd begin. Oh yeah, with the anodizing, you can see here where I was experimenting. This is titanium. I can see some of the different colors that were coming out. I just couldn't, I don't know, couldn't get it to come out exactly how I wanted on this. But anyway, what do you guys think of this color? Let me know. I don't think it's too bad. I might redo it sometime, but for now, it's not bad, I don't think. Anyway, thanks for checking it out, guys. Talk to you later.